Greetings, this is Scholar on the Scene. What's current? Diddy, free Diddy, free Diddy. It looks like, it could be unraveling. I mean, this is a story. A woman named Adria English has been dropped for the second time from legal counsel. She has been unresponsive or uncooperative and unreceptive of the legal advice of her former teams. Now, this could be like a break in the civil suits that have been leveled against Diddy. These aren't like going to take care of his charges, but it could put in the mind of people saying like, "Wow, a lot of people are jumping on this case, and they're trying to get a quick buck." It looks kind of goofy right now because she has, shown herself to be somebody that is very dishonest, I guess. I don't know. It's allegedly. I mean, if two legal defense teams say that you're not being accurate, not being, receptive, you're not being, totally within the bounds of, being honest and being truthful and receptive to their ideas, something's wrong with you. I'm just saying that, allegedly, something's got to be wrong with you. Something's wrong with how you're playing the game. If two legal defense teams drop you, this is a woman, Adria English. She said that Diddy had forced her to take various drugs during his white parties and engage in sexual activities with certain people. That's two people. That's the Jane Doe that tried to implicate Jay-Z in a lawsuit that got tossed to the wayside, basically. And in this case, she's not being receptive to her own team. It's not even like the prosecution is going after her yet, I don't know if is there a prosecution? I don't know. There's a jury. I think there is a prosecution in a civil case. I'm not too. I'm just going off of my Aaron Sorkin movie, idealism. But so Adria English has shown herself to be somebody that cannot be trusted, cannot be, found someone that can take counsel, take, real bits of truth and stand in be in good standing for the lawsuit she's leveling against Diddy. And the weird thing is, this is the thing about the media. They're like, every picture they show now has got Diddy like. With all the other videos when they're showing all the other pictures they were showing, like when he was first going, they're like, he's all sad and sullen. But when the story could be in his favor, they show him smiling and he's got his hand together like he's praying. It's just the way of the world. I don't know. It's just a machine. That's all I can say. It's just a machine. So Adria English is the latest in a list of people. It's going to be a litany. I'm sure there's going to be a few more. This can't just be it. Oh, wait a minute. Keep Diddy free, Tory. Keep Diddy free, Tory. I have to disagree with you on that, Andretti. I think Tory's beyond bounds. Salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Oh, man. But, yeah, so, I mean, how many other cases? He had like 120 cases. So, how many of those different civil suits are going to be rescinded or rejected or, completely, brought out of the mix because, there are people that are not receptive, not responding to their legal defense teams. I mean, it is a mess. It really is a mess because the article I read, they said they're still talking about, the Cassandra Ventura tape Cassie In other words, that tape where he's dragging her through the lobby, the not the lobby, but the hallway of the hotel, and he's kicking and stomping her and punching her and everything like that. That's always going to ring heavy in people's minds. You can't you can't control alt delete that. And Dirty says Diddy washed, Tory still can make great music. I can't, he asked me if I could name I don't know if I can even name a Pusha T songs. I can't name songs, but I can name tunes. I can name melodies. But I don't think I can name like 2 Tory Lane songs. I really can't. I don't think I can. But I can name Diddy songs. But yeah, so it's 100. It's 100 Diddy. Yeah, it's more than 100 actually. I think it's like 120. Now it's like 118. I think because the Jane Doe dropped out and Adria English is dropping out. So that's the way it is, I guess. I don't know. It's hard in these mean streets, these YouTube streets. But yeah. So Diddy's in lockdown. He's continuing to be on lockdown. He had too much hubris. He had too much hubris. If you ask me, he was not confident. He was hubristic. He was too over the top with it. He didn't take the Russell Simmons route. Would have saved him a lot of grief and turmoil, and he wouldn't be looking at charges right now. But sad reality is he is, and these are just the civil suits. These are just lawsuits. They don't. He can be like, pay him whatever. $200 million. Okay, I got it. I ain't got to worry about it. Forget it. But the charges are something totally different. That could, like they say, they always go for the most. They always say, like in the ASAP Rocky case, he could get 24 years in prison. Even if he were not found, if he weren't acquitted, he would have probably got 10 to 12 years, and that would have been knocked down to 7 years, and then it would have probably been knocked down to 2 or 3 years and a few months probation, if that. Andretti is saying he's a road dog. He's my road dog. Nobody else is in the room. There's 3 people watching, but Andretti's the only one in the room. And Jerry said, I honestly wish they stopped releasing Diddy stories. Yeah, well, you know what it is. It's about this right here. It's all about this. They know they can get more traction. Hell, I'm getting more traction. I get my money. I'm not getting money, directly from it, but I'm getting closer to the point where I can start making money because of Diddy. Just let it all be private. What do you mean by that, Andretti? What do you mean just let it all be private? What be private? It's like they want attention and money, not actual justice. That's probably the truth. Are you talking about the accusers? Is that what you're talking about? The people that have filed the lawsuits, they want the attention and the money. Is not actual justice. I mean, the scene that just came to my mind was Bill Cosby when they announced the charges for him, and the women were hugging each other and crying, and we're gonna get rid of this man. He went to jail for what, 2 years or less, and now he's still out, and they're trying to still drag him back in. I don't know. Yes, Yakuza. Okay, I got you, Andrew. I got you. Salute. So Adria English is just probably gonna be in a long list of various people that have filed a civil suit against Diddy, and will have to retract, go back and sit down and understand, take sip some ginseng tea. Sip some, chamomile tea, calm down, because they were going so hard. Andretti says, Bill been quiet as a church mouse. Yes, he is smart. He's a smart man. Because if he starts running his mouth, he's going to go back to prison. And Camille, I always talk about two women that are just ride or die. That's Camille Cosby and Cookie Johnson, Magic Johnson's wife. Camille just like, you know what, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna still ride with you. Through all of this, I'm still rolling with you. It's all good. Got you. Same thing with Cookie. She said, you got your HIV. You got the HIV, okay. You know, we not doing too. I don't know about their bedroom, but they might not be doing too much bedroom traffic anyway. So she said, as long as you're getting that money, he's a billionaire by now. Magic Johnson, he's a billionaire. He's got stakes in like I think 3 teams: the Mets, the Sparks, and a soccer team. I think he has, amongst others. And he has his movie theaters, and he has various fast food restaurants. He he didn't just get AIDS; he got financial AIDS. He never really had AIDS. That's just a joke. He has the HIV. He has human and human immunodeficiency virus. That's what he has. He has the HIV. But yeah. So these are some powerful black men. They've all been hit somehow. Magic, Cosby, Diddy. They all took a hit somehow. Somehow, some kind of something befell them. And Jerry says Magic got his hand in everything, even the cookie jar. Yeah, he must have. Yeah, that was clever. I like that. That was a good little play on words. That was good. I like that, Andretti. But yeah, so it's just a sad shame. It really is a sad shame to even consider all this. Consider everything that has to do. So I think with Adria English, her inability to be professional, it looks like that's what the thing is. It seems like she's not a professional person, and she's just very emotional, and that's probably the reason why she even came up with this whole concocted story that Diddy allegedly made her perform sex acts while under the influence of different narcotics or drugs. So I would say that she definitely is like the Jane Doe, and I like how Jay-Z is hitting Jane Doe back with a countersuit, saying you brought defamation against my name. I had my wife and children had to endure seeing their dad with a caption on the chyrons underneath, accused of rape, and something like that. So that's just the reality of that part. But Adria English, it just seems like there's going to be a lot of this. It just seems like, but there's nothing he can do about the charge. He has to wait for a criminal case, a judge and jury, and the prosecution to really pin his actions against him. And I doubt it. I do not think that they can mention I must say Jesse Ventura, Cassie or Cassandra Ventura in the courtroom in the court of law because of the NDA, the non-disclosure agreement. She got paid off. They can't talk about it anymore, and it can't be discussed in the halls of justice. That's what I'm trying to figure out at this point. So what we have to really focus on now is just the reality of what these lawsuits are going to do. Like I said, you see them in the media, in the different news journals and news journals is the Delaware paper, by the way. But anyway, the different media sources online, the webzines, they got G's like, because this is like a step further. But if it goes back to another, like 5 more accusers come forward, so like, I just thought that was amazing how they can manipulate different ideas to fix their agenda. That's just something that's always fascinated me ever since I wanted to be a journalist. Um, so it is a very precious thing, I think, to behold all of this. It's something that is a very, very serious thing, because if Adria English gets dropped by two defense attorney houses, did you say attorney houses? I don't know. Attorney what different defense legal defense teams. That's it. Different legal defense teams. What is it going to say for everybody else? It's like, are you going to get dropped too? Are you gonna sit down? Are you gonna go back on your story? Are you gonna go forward with it? Are you telling the truth? Are you being real? It's gonna cast a wide shadow on everybody that's involved in all these different cases. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen just like that. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be so quick. It's gonna be so fast we can't even realize it. And Diddy's just gonna be like, meet my maggot infested mashed potatoes. Spaghetti, fettuccine, and veal. Not no more. Not no more. Spaghetti, fettuccine, and veal. Though. Not like right now. It's not happening right now. But so Diddy is he's either like reeling from this or just like, okay, we'll see how many other people come in. We'll see how many other people step up. This whole case has got me like really worked up in a sense, because it's so weird. It is a weird situation. Here's from the actual article. English's conduct has made it unreasonably difficult for attorneys to represent her. Therefore, it is impossible for attorneys to serve as plaintiff's counsel on this case. So what's she gonna do? Is she gonna do a third one? Third time's the charm. Wasn't third time the charm for Diddy? Andretti says, but still everything is real in the field, and what you can't have them leaving you exactly. Dope trying to, he said, hurt me for Barry 7 zeros over in Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, I know that song. But yeah, so that's all I can say. Adria England. Let's see. Click on her name. Charlotte King Accuser says, clout chasing. This is back in October, is why her lawyers withdrew from case. Oh, they said she was clout chasing. So you were right, Andretti. A woman who sued Sean Diddy comes for allegedly sexually assaulting and trafficking her at his infamous Labor Day white parties, says lawyers who withdrew from her case were clout chasing. In statement to USA Today on Saturday, Adrian English discussed her former attorneys Ariel Mitchell Kidd and Stephen A. Metcalf October 2nd request to withdraw her as her legal counsel in a court filing, claiming that Mitchell Kidd is trying to paint me as non-credible. So she was getting rid of them. Now they're getting rid of her, if I understand this correctly. I'm happy with the decision to withdraw, English said, adding that her ex-attorney's withdrawal from the case made it easier for her to secure a new professional non-clout chasing counsel. She added that she has until November 11, 2024 to secure a new representation, or she will represent herself in court by default. That's what she's going to end up doing. She's going to be on a she's going to be by herself. You know what they say about a man or woman who represents himself in court? They have a fool for a lawyer. I think that's how it goes. Isn't that how it goes? They have a fool for a counsel or something like that. In fiction, of course, it works. read the Fountainhead. But sad his sons can't carry on the legacy. They never sue for justice, just money and fame. Yeah, that's how there's 120 different cases. That's why there's so many. It's not for justice. It's not for justice. It's like what Andretti says. It's for just money and fame. And also, to defame, to kick dirt on Diddy. Just because it's in the mind, it's the minds of the people. It's in the mind of us, just as human beings. They said, "Well, gosh, he's got so many people against him. I mean, somebody can't be wrong. 120 different cases. That's a lot." But we've seen the Jane Doe back out. We've seen I always want to call her Eartha Kitt. What is her name? Adria English. Adria English. She's just another example. She was saying that her legal team was clout chasing. She dropped them, and then this team dropped her. And she said she would defend herself by default. Okay, we'll see how far that goes. I think the defense would eat her alive. Would tear her limb from limb if she ever stood, as her own counsel or her own, lawyer. So that is true. It's never about. It's hardly ever about justice. Very rarely is it about justice. Very rarely. Diddy might be out in 5. We gotta see. Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. That's when the case starts. Cinco de Mayo. We won't. I don't think we'll be able to watch it on TV. I doubt it highly. It's gonna be all sketches and reporting from the beautiful Megan Kuniff. She's gonna give her ideas behind the case. Can't wait. It's less than 2 months. That's how time flies. I remember when he first went in September. Now it's almost damn near May. It's gonna be spring in just a few days. It's gonna be May 5th pretty soon. It'll come around. You ain't gotta speed it up. It'll come around. Diddy be out in 5. I think Diddy will. We'll see the hand of justice. That's all I can say. We'll see what the jurors do. We'll see what if they do that game. There's gonna be a game. It's gonna be like, well, we all know what happened on the video. Like that's how they're gonna play the game. That's how they play the game. They ensure that people are very, attuned to the fact that everybody knows the videotape. Everybody knows the videotape. It's all in their minds. They're gonna be like, well, there was an incident that Diddy was involved in. He was an aggressor, and they're just gonna just feed that and just milk it because that's the only thing that's gonna be being a hindrance to Diddy and his whole defense squad. Very serious, very serious. But Adria English, at least she is gone for the moment. Like I said, she said she could be represent herself, depending on if she gets the right legal team again. But it seems like nobody wants to work with her, and she doesn't want to work with anybody else. She's just one of those folded arms, lips poked out. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like it. That's the situation I'm getting from Adria English. English is a representative of You know what Andretti was talking about. You know, they're doing it not for justice, but for money and fame. And like I said, and I added, you know, they're trying to defame Diddy. They're trying to make him out to be like the worst human being ever to walk on the face of the earth. Now, if he's convicted, I'm gonna say, all right, Diddy got convicted. He's now guilty. Not guilty, but now guilty. Hold on. Okay, Andretti says, I mean, to be honest, Diddy destroyed his legacy before all of this. In what way, Andretti? Let me know. What do you mean? You said a blanket statement. I'm riding with you. Thank you for being the only person in the room. I do appreciate that. But what do you mean? What do you mean he destroyed his legacy before all of this? What did he do? I would like to know because there's gonna be more Adria Englishes out there. There's gonna be more. There's gonna be more that's gonna say, "Oh well, you know, it was late that night, and I don't really remember," or I don't want to work with my defense team, and they're saying I'm being unreceptive, and it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be an issue. The baby boy cure, he didn't pay his artist. Oh, I think you meant curse. I got you. And the bad boy curse. I think the auto correct put in. I think I understand what you meant. The bad boy curse, and he didn't pay his artist. Well, I mean, I don't believe in curses or anything like witchcraft or warlocks. But yeah, that was the one thing that he didn't do. Look what he did to the Locks. Look what he did to 112. Look what he did to Biggie. Look what he did to Craig Mack. Look what he did to Loon. I mean, it goes on and on and on. He did not pay these people. They're publishing, their songwriting credits. He did not pay. He just took all their pay, and that's crazy. But MGK and French Montana are well paid. True. But why are they well paid? They distanced themselves from Diddy, didn't they? Even before all this happened, didn't they distance themselves? I could be wrong, but I mean, MGK turned out to be his own person. I think he's on a different label too, and I think French Montana switched up to a different label. MGK is a rock and roll star now. Like he's not even worried about rap. That's the jokes. You gotta respect the jokes. You come into the game, yeah, I'm rapping, and then become a country and a rock star. Look what happened to Kid Rock. Kid Rock did the same thing. Kid Rock came in as a rapper, then he became a country and rock kind of guy. Look at Post Malone, came in as a rapper, then he became a country and rock star. Yeah, see, Post Malone, yep, Post. So just those three examples. The only white boy that didn't come in and had a successful career still was Eminem, probably. And we have to give credit to Vanilla Ice, even though he's not the best rapper. Obviously, wasn't the best rapper. He opened up the door for hip hop in a lot of ways because people were not understanding. They're like, "What? Who are these Negroes? Why are they rapping? Like, what are they saying? They're calling it rap." And the Beastie Boys too. The Beastie Boys, you have to give them credit. But no, when that white boy Vanilla Ice came in, he blew down the doors. He said, "You know what? This could be a commercially viable genre. This could be, completely. You can get platinum records instead of just gold. We're gonna change the sound scan because of him. Like I don't know if they changed the sound scan because of him, but the Nielsen ratings or like that when he was on TV. But it was did Mac Miller become a rock star? Rock and power to Mac Miller. Did he become a rock and country star? I don't remember. I just remember. You know what? Well, you know what's sad? I can only name one song of his, even though I know there's more songs. Da, 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 da. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. That's the only song I can name from Mac Miller. That's a shame too, because he has a catalog. He has a catalog, but that's the only song I can remember. It's the only one I can remember. Mac, well, because they were smart business wise. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. No, he didn't switch up. I'm saying, I got you. Okay, I got you. So, but yeah, Diddy, he did people dirty. He did people dirty. He was underhanded. He allegedly. I don't want him suing me now, but he allegedly, look at the band. He had people in the band. There was what 5, 6, 7 people in the band. Dylon. That's 5 Dylons right there. Sarah, Ines, Choppa, Babs. Where are their paychecks? Where are where's their money? Where's the money that he owes them? All we remember is you need to go down to Brooklyn to get me a cheesecake. That's all we remember really. But Sarah, I think her last name is Fisher. Sarah Fisher is, I think, one of the victims in the civil suits in one of the lawsuits. She was just in the documentary. It was a good documentary because they had people running their mouths. I don't like, if you're going to do a YouTube one, I can respect it because you're like me. You're trying to, get your weight up. But if you can have the access to people and give them, just mic them up and let them run their mouths, that's like the best documentary to me. I love documentaries where people that are talking heads because they're just going to run their mouth and see what they're going to say about whatever subject that they're covering. Yeah, so Adria English, go out of here. Dropped you like a bad habit, like a drop kick. Dropped her like a hot potato. That cheesecake was for Beyonce allegedly. I heard that. I remember hearing that. Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. Jay-Z and Diddy were close. They knew each other for decades. Long time. Going back to Biggie. Diddy was, like I've always said, he was a half of everything. He was a half a rapper, half a producer, half a singer, half a dancer, half an executive. But you put them all together, and he was that force. He wasn't really great at anything. He was like pretty marginal to okay, at whatever endeavor he tried to embark upon. But I do remember them saying that Beyonce, that cake was for Beyonce. I remember somebody claiming that. I don't know if that's true. I can't verify it, nor can I deny it. But yeah. So oh man, it's a shame. It really is a shame because when you have so many civil suits, it's like, are you chipping away at them? Is Angafilio, Allah Akbar Philo, is he is he like orchestrating stuff like this? Is he behind the scenes, making sure that these civil suits can be, knocked out while he's, working on the criminal defense? And I don't know what, Diddy is in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, United States of America. I have to say that. I think every time there's a Diddy story. But this is like a small win for him. This is like a slight win. This is definitely something that is very it promotes him. I think it promotes him. It gives him some kind of semblance of, I can get through this. I can get through the lawsuits, if people are getting dropped by their legal defense teams, I mean, it just seems like it's possible. So this was Mitch. This was Let me see. The previous one was oh yeah, I said Mitchell Kidd and Stephen A. Metcalf. Then she had let me make sure I have this right. I'm looking for it right now. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, she had lawyers for law firms Andrews and Thornton AAL, the Watts firm, and Kagan, Casperson, and Bogart claimed there had been a breakdown of the attorney-client relationship, as well as irreconcilable differences between English and her legal team. This is it's unprecedented. It really is. It's really an unprecedented turn of events because how many more? Can't be. I mean, that's a lot. 120. Now I think really 118. But like over dozens of allegations flying. That's the reality of it. That's the truth behind it. Did he probably breathed a breath of fresh air, before he had to get up out of his bed, to clean it. I mean, do laundry. I don't know what they usually have a job. Everybody has a job in prison. I don't understand, or jail. You have to fix the light fixtures. You have to swab the deck. You have to clean up other people's trash. That's part of the life in jail. And some jails and prison systems don't pay prisoners or jail people. I don't know. There's always a difference between jail and prison. I always use them interchangeably, but there's a difference. Um, you have to do some kind of manual labor. There's not really a lot of there may be, but there's not a whole lot of people getting paid to write a journal or a newspaper in prison or jail. And I think with Diddy, he just said, "Okay, it's another one. Take that, and another one." That's what he said to himself because it's getting down to the wire now. Cinco de Mayo, 5th of May, May 5th, 2025. That's what's coming down to. And he's gearing up for it. He's getting ready for it. He's gearing up for it. He's readying himself. He's probably working out. He's probably getting swole on a nigga. So that's the beauty of all this. That's one of the greatest ideas to understand in this particular realm because the civil suits are like the insult to injury, because the charges are the injury. You get hurt. You know, he'll be hurt by the injury, by the charges. But the civil suits are just insults to injury. Diddy in there eating a special kind of oatmeal. Allegedly, I have no idea if he is in there with a boy, and he's eating kind of a special meal. Thanks, Andretti, but I'm trying to clean up your words. But he's eating a special type of meal from a boy. Could be, maybe, I don't know. I have no clue. I have no documentation. There's nothing presented to me. So I'm definitely gonna take into account the fact that he had what is and Jerry says you should write him. I should. That's a good idea, actually. See if he'll call to the show. Well, he can't call to my show. He can call to Mr. Troy Star Terrain show. See if he'll call into the show. Oh man, that'd be funny. But yeah, like that's what Suge does. Suge Knight, he has what is it called? Collect Call or something like that. What's it called? You might know it. I might have to look it up. Suge Knight. Collect Call with Suge Knight. That's what it is. That's what Diddy's probably going to start doing. He's going to have a podcast. Art of Dialogue, exactly. No. That's not Suge. Suge's is I just saw it. Damn it. Collect Call with Suge Knight. I'm just looking at something right here. I'm gonna be talking through this. Let me see. I'm just looking for something on here. I'm just looking for it. I'll be right back to you. Hold on. Oh yeah, he got one. Yeah, he got the yeah. So that's what Diddy's probably gonna do. He's gonna have his whole studio set up. He's gonna have a whole, room full of recording equipment. He's gonna be. They're going. Jails and prisons are lenient. Like it's a weird space to think about the jail system in the United States, because, like I said, he's got maggot infested food. There's people that get stabbed up in prison, people that get choked out, people that get conked over the head with dumbbells and barbells and stuff like that. So it's a weird, and then at the same time you get full meals. You get 3 hots and a cot that the taxpayers are paying for. So I'm just looking for something right now. So I think with the amount of pressure that's been put on Diddy, it's like just a slight release of the valve. This oh god, what's her goddamn name? English. I'm just gonna say English. I don't even give a goddamn about her first name. English is she represents something that is supposed to be of, of somebody Adria. That's her name, Adria English. Adria English is just somebody that is a representative of nonsense allegedly, and somebody that can't be worked with. That's what it seems like to me. She can't be worked with. So I'm saying, so I'm just saying that's what it comes down to. But Diddy, yeah, Diddy's gonna be he's gonna be aware of it. He's gonna be aware of it. All right, so I'm really looking forward to covering this case. This is gonna be huge. I'm probably have to buy the package for StreamYard so I can have various updates and things like that to go under. Um, it's very serious. It's very. I didn't want to make this like a clown show because I'm not trying to clown even Adria English. I just think she's misguided and completely allegedly not truthful. Allegedly, I don't know if she is or not, but why would she drop her legal defense team? Why would another legal defense team drop her? As I understand it, that's what I got from it. She dropped one and the other one dropped her. That's what I understand. So I really do find that the reality of being someone that is so attuned, so wanting to try to massage the situation. Pause. But wanted to try to put it in perspective, put it in the right frame of mind. Um, it's so messy. It's like Diddy, goddamn, what? It's all emotional. I have 0 viewers right now, though, by the way. It's all emotional. It's all built upon emotion. It's all built upon feeling and doing what you want to do in the moment and not thinking long term or short term, really. Because if you're thinking about your short term, you're saying, well, I don't want this right now. And then, for long term, it will be even worse if I engage in this type of activity. So we don't know yet if he did engage in those types of activity. As the law stands, Rico charged, and he's like the only one a part of the Rico situation. He was like the lead of Bad Boy. He's the only one going down for the Rico charge. The sex trafficking and the prostitution should be dropped. I mean, as it stands, it probably won't be. It definitely won't be dropped on those grounds. But it should be because there should be prostitution. You should be able to have prostitution in this country and around the world. Um, what else has to happen is um, the sex trafficking. That's the thing. There are sex traffickers because prostitution is illegal. There wasn't any prostitution that constituted illegality or being unlawful. There would be no reason for traffickers because people will be want to be a sex worker freely. Pimps, hoes, everybody, all of them. They should be able to do that. I mean, who's getting hurt? what is the thing? What is the issue? And it's compounded by the drugs. You know, um, Diddy had allegedly pink cocaine, the ketamine. It's a mixture of ketamine and all these other different ingredients, and then they mix it with food coloring, and you take that. Adrian English is just another lying person, allegedly. She's trying to get clout. She's trying to get this way because if you're having trouble with your own defense team, I mean that's a goddamn shame. That's sad. You can't get right with the people that you are so close to and so affiliated with, then I can't help you. Can't help you. Can't help you. That's the reality of this. That's the truth about all of this. So I think with Adria English, sometimes I'm gonna say her name most likely. I'm saying with Adria English, she had to really ride out, on her own, because I don't see another. Like I said, third time the charm didn't work for Diddy. Could it work for Adria? I don't know. Miss English? I don't know. Could she get another defense team, any legal defense team? Will they have irreconcilable differences? Will she be unresponsive or unreceptive to their ideas? I wonder if. I silly wonder. So I think once you look past all the Diddy with the oil, baby oil, Diddy with the white parties, Diddy with the Justin Bieber and Ashton Kutcher and all these. Once you get past all of that, you have to see with a clear eye view, the sensibility that is tied with Diddy, the sensibility that is tied with his whole case. That's what you have to see. What I'm trying to deliver is a message of sincerity. It's a message of sincerity. I'm totally affiliated with no one. I'm not affiliated with Diddy, free Diddy. I'm not affiliated with him. If he goes down for every charge, they say we find the defendant guilty. We find the defendant guilty. We find the defendant guilty. Then that's just gonna be his. It's gonna be his loss. He never done nothing against me, but he never done nothing to me for me either. So yeah. And Jody says Confessions of Bussy Boy Records. Yeah, that's what it is. That's gonna be his. That's gonna be his cost. That's gonna be his podcast name. The name of his podcast. Confessions of a Bussy Boy Records. But he if he goes down for this, pause. On 3 of those charges, those are the real. Like we're distracted. We're saying, "Oh my God, Bixby. What's his name? Is it Busby or Bixby? I think it's Busby. Oh, he's rolling with 120 lawsuits. Oh my God! Then they had the Jane Doe. She said she was Jay-Z was with her and he raped her, and oh my God! And Adria Day. Oh my God! I mean Adria English. Excuse me, Adria English. She's so for trying to get another legal defense team where she's going to represent herself. Like This is all seems like a distraction to me. It seems like a big distraction that really doesn't account for make up to anything. It just seems like it's a huge distraction trying to show you what one thing is and what one thing isn't. But it's all, I think it's just smoke and mirrors right now. I think it's all smoke and mirrors. It's like to get you in a mind state of saying, you're against someone or you're for someone, and you still have to look through all this. You still have to understand reality no matter what. And I think with Adria English, she I think the bottom fell out under. I think the bottom fell out. She couldn't withstand the fact that these lawyers were actually trying to help her, keep her case in line, and she wasn't having it. She was more so focused on what other people were thinking. Probably what people were in her ear saying, yeah, you should do that, you should do that. And she's like, yeah, I guess I should. No, I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to, go with that. And the lawyers are just looking at her like, what? She's unreceptive. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? We got to get you out of here. You're part of the problem. If you're not part of the solution, you're what? Exactly. So that's the reality surrounding that. That's the reality surrounding that. So sincere, so true, so real that we have to even come across this this whole situation. It's really a sad situation for everybody. I mean, if Diddy is if he gets the morning paper, I got it from USA Today. That was my source, by the way. My source is USA Today. I mean, they always catch wreck because they're so splashy with color and shorter paragraphs and things of that nature. But that's what's really the truth behind all this. This is from the story. The case has not progressed far since the firm started working with English in December 2024. The attorney said, alleging their client was warned several times of her self-destructive conduct and conduct that was impacting attorney's ability to represent her. He said, "Girl, you don't know what the hell you're doing. What are you doing? You're gonna mess up your own case. What are you trying to do? We're trying to help you. Help us. Help you. Help us. Help you." That's a classic. I borrowed that. But that's what it is. Help us, help you, help us, help you. If you can't be able to be, helped, then you're not used. If you can't be used, then you're useless, like Fabulous said so long ago. If you can't be used, then you're useless. So that's my main point about all of this. Can't be used and you're useless. So she seems like she's useless. They can't use her. They can't use her as a member of the defense in the civil cases in the law. 2 legal teams had trouble with her. 2 legal teams. And what's her option next? She's going to represent herself. We'll see about that. So we'll see how far she goes. And watch. This is what I think. They call it, I don't think it's defense. It's legal. It's plaintiff. It's the plaintiff and the, what is it? Plaintiff and somebody. I'm saying plaintiff and. Defendant, okay, I guess it's defendant, and okay, it is defendant. Okay, still is defendant. So she'll be the plaintiff, and Diddy will be the defendant. So if she represents herself, I hope she's got enough schooling, like 8 years of being within the law system, or else. Hey, thank you very much. Salute to Andretti, who rode with me the whole time. It was the only one in the live chat. I salute that man. Salute to him and appreciate him. And I will see you all maybe later today. Try to get more viewers. I think I have like 7, if that. So I'll see you all soon. Take care.